What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back. And from Vibe Magazine, DJ Akademiks claims Gunna is aiming for YSL exit. And yeah, that makes sense considering what transpired. I don't think the rest of the YSL members are really on board with this, but they're trying to keep it cool. They're not coming out, all haywire. And there's kind of a split decision. Did he snitch? Did he not snitch? Doesn't matter to me. I don't live that life, but it kind of sounds like he told on some of his buddies, some of his YSL label mates, as it were. So yeah, naturally, they're not going to really be enthusiastic about helping him promote a new album while the rest of them are still in jail. It must have been like 25 or 30 guys or something, and somehow he's out, but they claim he didn't cooperate. I don't know about that. It's okay to cooperate, bro. If you're not really living that life, or maybe you were and you don't want to anymore, obviously your life, covered in diamonds and jewelry is better than whatever was happening in the pen there that the rest of the guys are dealing with. So they say Gunna is planning a departure from YSL, according to DJ Akademiks' recent episode of Off the Record. The latest episode found Act discussing Gunna's inevitable musical reemergence following his plea deal, but stated that the Atlanta artist awaits Young Thug's fate in the ongoing. Well, that could be a long time, right? That's not just going to come around the corner. I don't think. I mean, we're looking at possibly still more months, maybe even a year before they find out Young Thug's fate, but I don't know. The label side, a lot of people believe that Gunna is going to be seeking to leave YSL just because the relationship is fractured. Yeah, you think? It's just no way you go through this and come out on the other side where one guy is apparently looking at decades in jail and you come out in 6 months with a bad bitch, I guess. Bitca. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's probably not going to work. The YouTuber said on his platform, it doesn't, again, people always state the obvious, right? I guess I'm doing the same thing too, but they always want to tell us that, expert says, or scientist, or study shows. Same thing. It's like you don't need DJ Akademiks. However, he is an expert in the realm of hip hop. That much is true. You don't need him to tell you that when a guy comes out after 6 months and the rest of them are looking at decades in jail, that relationship's not going to be the same. You think he's going to be out walking the streets in his fancy car with all the jewelry, and they're going to be like, yeah, listen to the new Gunna album, promoting his mixtape, promoting his new album from jail? Absolutely not. What's probably going to happen is his contract gets negotiated where there's either a buyout or he's going to go to Atlantic Records, Akademiks said. A lot of people think Atlantic Records might have Gunna soon whenever he's going to release it. Just because based on the turmoil and strife between everybody in YSL and what's going on with Young Thug, it wouldn't be in his best interest to have YSL, the label, still working on his project. Yeah, that's another reason. So not only are the guys on the label, not going to really be rocking with you, but you don't want to keep working with the same guys that almost had you in jail, right? You can call it a label, you can call it gang, you can call it whatever you want, but you guys got here, and it probably doesn't make sense for you to go back to working with those same guys that could put you in jail once again. This is Gunna's Instagram post. YSL, the label, Free Thug. Yeah, bro, good try, but nobody's buying that. The Atlanta native released all 3 of his studio albums through YSL, a subsidiary of 300 Entertainment. However, 300 Entertainment's parent company is Warner. So YSL, 300, and Warner. And then Atlantic, with its subsidiary Atlantic Records serving as 300's distributor. So X's assumption that Gunna could move to the adjacent label isn't too far-fetched. I don't understand how any of these labels, or the subsidiaries and parent companies, every single rapper has their own label, but they're under another label that's under another corporate label. It's all just for show, right? Like the same thing with Travis Scott and Cactus Jack, even good music. And I love Ye, but none of it really made sense. It's just for show. So you can feel like you're doing something, but you still got to answer to those label heads, whether it's Leor Cohen or Russell Simmons or any of these weirdo guys. Gunna Sergio Kitchens, 29, was detained in May in charge of conspiring to violate Georgia's RICO Act. He was released from Fulton County Jail mid-December 2022. With the Pushin' P rapper announcing his return to music on social media, people acting like they switching to a side, but it's only one side. Hashtag YSL the label, hashtag Free Thug, Yak, and Gunna. Yeah, bro, I don't know about that. Keep in mind that this Fannie Willis, I believe her name is, the woman out in Georgia, she's going after everybody. She took down YF and Lucci and those guys who were not quite as famous as YSL. But this is this is obvious, I guess, right? And good for him. No, I never listened to Gunna's music. I think I know one of his songs, maybe two tops. So it doesn't matter to me what label he's on. But it was funny how he came out and tried to pretend that he was still on the label, hashtag YSL the label, of course, alluding to the fact that it's just a label and not a murderous gang, but that's a different story. So obviously, when he gets out for yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, the rest of those guys aren't going to be rocking with it. But for whatever reason, he was trying to save face with his hashtag YSL the label post, and nobody bought it. So yeah, go to another label, but it's not going to be the same, bro. Your whole facade, the whole thing is cracked. Nobody knows what's true anymore. It's also weird. I mean, Young Thug, for almost a decade now, has been making, I mean, he made some decent music back in the day. I know what he's doing nowadays. He's in jail, but, towards the end there, he started to trail off, and they all probably should have just quit while they were ahead, but people get greedy. You're making $1 million rapping, you're making $1 million trapping, but you just can't stop. You got to switch it over at some point, so hopefully this guy can get back to music. I'd never listen to his music. I don't plan to in the future, but he can't go back to the YSL label for multiple reasons. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.